What's up, guys? Spring market 2023 is super active. We're back in a super hot market. Today I'm going to talk to you how to win a bidding war, how to get your client's offer accepted. There's two parts of it. First is you got to talk to your clients, your buyers, and uncover all the motivation, find out all the reasons they like the property, and is there anything they don't like about the property. And second portion is talking to the listing agents. So let's address number one. First, you really want to talk to your clients and find out what they think about the property. How motivated are they about the property? They need to motivate you to go out there and talk to the listing agent and do everything you can to get the best deal, and then talk to the listing agent in a way that they are going to understand this is the best buyer. Your client is their best client, possible buyer they could ever dream of. So you want to ask them, what's the grade from 0 to 10? How confident are you about this house? Is it 6? Is it 8? Is it 10? And then you listen to it. If it's not 10, then what would make it a 10? And depending on that, you try to adjust. There's multiple things that you have to explain about the offer that makes you stand out. Not just the price that the listing agent and the owner are going to be looking at. Remember this: the owner is going to ask the listing agent what the listing agent recommends. So the owner doesn't know the whole contract. They don't understand this. So the listing agent is going to be the one who's going to be explaining everything about the offer. So things like earnest money, of course, first is the price, then it's earnest money, then it's a closing time, then it's a financing contingency, it's a personal property, then it's do you have any sale or closing contingencies? Is it as is? Is there appraisal gap, or is there escalation clause? All these things you have to cover. Then you have to educate your clients. You have to do your own due diligence, see what the prices are in the neighborhood. Sniff out a little bit from the listing agent. Ask them, throw a number maybe at the listing agent, see how they react, see what they say, what's the most important for the client. But you educate your client, then your client gives you a little bit of guidance what they want to do. Make sure they are very committed about what they're going to be buying. You don't want to be going to a listing agent explaining them that this buyer is the best, telling them we are the best and the best lender and everything is going to be performing in closing, and then the buyer says, you know what, I just slept on it and I decided not to buy this property. You don't want that. You want to protect yourself first. So talk to the buyer first. Then you go to the listing agent. You start asking questions like, what's the most important for the buyer, for the seller? Do they need time to move out, or would they like to close as soon as possible? How many offers you have? How many are we competing with? What would you suggest me to do and upgrade in my offer to stand out? Things like you're not asking for a specific answer, but you're looking for hints and you're looking for a little suggestion, a hidden suggestion maybe. Some agents will tell you right away what the seller is looking for, whoever gives them that they'll give the contract to. Sometimes they're not going to talk to you. So you try to reach out anyway through email or phone. But if you have them through text, if you have them on a phone, you ask these questions. What about this number? What do you think about that? Fears that listing agent have. Number one is this buyer is going to not deliver earnest money. They're going to nickel and dime me on inspection. Their financing is not going to come through, and they're not going to close. And this deal will not happen. And I have to go to the other buyers, and my seller is not going to be happy with my service. All those fears you have to conquer before they even arise in the listing agent's mind, and they need to convey that to you. So you have to tell them that this buyer is rock solid. I qualified them a couple times. They will perform. They're not going to nickel and dime because we're as is. If you are as is, whatever you talk, you do your talk. But if your client doesn't want to do as is, it's either you didn't explain it right or they're not really motivated about the property. If there's a multiple offer situation, you can offer less than the asking price, and you cannot do as is and everything like that. Chances are you're not going to get. But since we're talking about competing and going and doing everything possible to get the deal, so we're probably going to do as is. So they're buying. They're not going to be inspecting the property. They will be inspecting the property, but they're not going to be nickel and diming at the inspection. The finances are going to come through. You're going to get a call from the lender in a couple minutes. Or feel free to call the lender. They're going to pick up anytime. Now we supposed to let the lender know that they are calling the lender sometime soon to verify. Oh, hey, please, lender, give him a call. Here's the number. Give him a couple words about how you feel about this contract, possible contract. They are very confident about the deal. They're not going to nickel and dime. Lender's pretty good. We're closing. I pre-qualified. Everything's possible. We're giving you earnest money this and much. Tomorrow we're going to have the number, the check in the mail and everything like that. So you're being professional. I'll tell you from my experience as a listing agent on the properties that I get multiple offers, 95%, I'd say confidently, agents don't do this. If you do that, you're competing with maybe one more guy. There's 20 offers, you're going to be in top 2 if you do all these things. Hope that helps, guys. See you next time.